get into it. We're going to be talking about a fire module today where you are going to be able to go out and find leads in another way that's absolutely free. Okay? You're going to be able to find sellers. Now, I've given you several free ways to do it in this, but this video is going to be a little longer, okay? We're going to cover today Facebook, Zillow, and also we're going to go over Craigslist. Now, one thing I need you to know when looking at these strategies is that it's not easy, okay? It's pretty much an FSBO, for sale by owner, all right? So in this module, we're going to go over FSBO. We're going to go over the gold mine behind a FSBO for you to go out, start marketing to sellers, finding deals and things like that. Now, the reason that it's not easy though is because whenever a homeowner goes to list their property, okay, more than likely they didn't list with a realtor because they couldn't afford to or they didn't want to afford to, okay? And so the advice I want to give you is that the best leads on Zillow typically are going to be the ones that as soon as they hit, you can grab them and call them and try to lock them up. Or they've been sitting there for a while and you got to get them way below and it's going to take more negotiating. But when a deal has been sitting there for a few days, you're getting hit up by hundreds of realtors trying to list it. Hey, would you consider if I came by and offered you a discounted rate? Right? They're like, no, I don't want to work with a realtor. They're getting blown up by other people who are wholesalers like us. They're getting blown up by investors who want to just come by and make an offer and see the property. I mean, they are getting inundated with so much stuff. And it's not that they're irritated. A lot of them are irritated in terms of why I say that they're tougher or not easy. The reason I say that they're not easy is because they're being blown up by so many people that they really think they can sell it for what they're asking for, right? So they're like, I'm just going to take offers. I'm just taking offers. So it's kind of hard unless you can really get in there and overcome these objections with motivation. And I'm not saying that you can't, okay? That's not this at all. I just want to at least give you a heads up. So the first thing we're going to jump into, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to jump right into Zillow. Let's go. Alrighty, y'all. Here we go on Zillow. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, okay? So a couple of things. Let's just type in, let's go Oklahoma City, okay? Just for the sake of this video. Oklahoma City. All right, Oklahoma City in there. Now, one thing you can do when looking at Oklahoma City, you can filter at the top for sale, okay? You can filter by the price, right? By the bids, home type, etc. Remember 6.1, we went over this the filtering essentially. And so I've already given you the parameters that you should use when looking in different markets, how to go find out like what to search for. You should be able to remember that in 6.1. If you missed it, please go back and watch it. It's going to help you a lot. But let's just say we got our filters and everything already figured out, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to help you go for sale by owner to find actual homeowners. And then earlier, just a second ago, I talked about you being first. I'm going to give you a way so that way you're always first, okay? And so at least you're notified, all right? So we're going to go over to for sale. You got for sale right here, so it's going to apply to all of them for sale. Hit apply. Let's filter it down so that way we're not looking at just all these properties. Let's go list price, and let's say they're asking, $325 and below. So, we're going to add it here. Let's drop that back down. Give it a sec. Internet works so well when it wants to. Okay, let's see here. I think it froze us up for a second. Okay, for some reason it's just not cooperating. Okay, so you got for sale here. Let's go to price. You got minimum here and you got maximum here. So let's say maximum is 150,000, right? Just for the sake of this video. Right, so we're gonna hit apply and then we're gonna go, apply. Now, one thing we can do right here is we can actually go over, let's go to more real quick. And right here, you can go list it with an agent, owner post it, so on and so forth. Now, the reason that I don't necessarily like looking for properties that are listed with a realtor is because the agent has already baked in their commission. So the seller is less likely to actually come down and take your price. And so I just want to talk about that. There's going to be a module in here when talking about realtors that I want to really line out, because a lot of people get confused in terms of what properties to go focus on. And so you really want to focus on properties that are off market. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Now, let's go into agent listed. All right. Now let's take that off the list. We can take, since that's off the list now, it's probably going to clean a lot of this up and take our list down quite a bit. So now you got 22 results in Oklahoma City with properties at $150,000 or less. And they're all listed, look at this, for sale by owner, right? And so it's pretty straightforward now that you have this list. And what you can do, you got 91 saved homes. What you can do is hit save search. Look, email frequency, instantly, okay? Daily, never, okay? You want to go instant? Because as soon as someone lists their property within these parameters that are for sale by owner at $150,000 or less in Oklahoma City, you're going to be notified. That's great. Reach right out to them, try to set an appointment, and go out there, okay? And I want to give you a heads up. There is a script for sale by owners down in our additional toolbox, so that way you know how to reach out to these people and talk to these people. I'm going to make sure you have everything that you possibly need, okay? And so, again, this right here is Zillow. I want to cover the next platform, which is going to be Facebook Marketplace. Stick around. Let's keep going, okay? All righty, y'all. Here we go. We are in Facebook Marketplace. Let's dive right into it, all right? So over in Marketplace, you can go to search properties, all right? So obviously you got the location you can choose. You can search Marketplace, obviously, within, right? And you can go down and kind of search. You can look in home sales, okay? Home improvement supplies. These are actually really good. When you see people selling things off from their house, it's not a bad idea to reach out to them, right? So let's go over to home sales, okay? Now, remember, you're gonna have to really weed through people who are trying to sell properties that's listed by a realtor, and you're gonna have to also put filters on this thing so that way you know. And so let's go over to sort by. You can go lowest first or highest, however you want. Newest is always really a good way to do it. You got a price minimum and a price maximum. So let's just say 150,000 again. Place that maximum on it. Boom. Now we have the maximum properties that are actually on here for sale right now. What you can do is you can weed through these properties and start making offers to property owners by reaching out to them. Now, again, we're looking for properties that are for sale by owner. All right. And so, again, FSBO deals and FSBO opportunities. But this is the way that you can hop into Marketplace, start looking for deals, being notified, and start making offers on deals for absolutely free today. All right. Now let's jump over to Craigslist and let's keep going. All right, y'all. Now here we go. We are in Craigslist. Now listen. Now remember the discussion that we just had, okay, over in the other platform where I talked about you being able to actually dive into Facebook Marketplace and find deals, right? Now remember, I said you can search home goods. You can search and start asking them, hey, I see you're selling your couch. Are you about to move? And just ask, find out, right? And so you can jump into for sale. Go to furniture, not a bad place to go. You can obviously go down to homes, right? And so household, general, garage sale. Garage sale, again, is a really, really good way to do it. But housing is right up here. So you got real estate for sale. But again, I love the for sale spot because, again, do not discount this. So many people overlook this when it comes to finding deals here, all right? Now, obviously, you can post an ad, all that good stuff. Now, let's say you go real estate for sale. These are all the houses right now near me that are for sale. Now, what I like here is that you can actually filter by owner at the top here. You see over here, if you can see my screen, I'll zoom in for you. Zoom all the way in for these folks. Okay, you should be able to see it, all right? So right here, you see owner, and you got broker. Broker being real estate agent brokerage, okay? Search by title, has images, posted today. You filter however you want. Minimum miles from zip, whatever zip you're in. And then you go price, right? Price max, all that good stuff, right? And remember what we talked about in 6.1 whenever determining that. So these are all filters that you can now add. And what I like about it is that you got housing, type even at the bottom, right? Apartment, condo, so on and so forth. So let's just say we're looking for duplexes and we want it to be owner, right? Looks like we actually have some for sale. Looks like they're actually renting this one right here, but I would still reach out and see if they want to sell it. And so anyway, you get what I'm saying. This is a great way to start reaching out on Craigslist.